Good morning. This is Rashad Mitchell coming to you live from my YouTube channel as I continue on my part series on the week that was. College football history and review. The 1953 college football season. I'll be resuming talking about week number 3 of the college football season that took place in 1953, the week of October 3rd, 1953. Now, on October 2nd, 1953, on a Friday, Baylor beat Miami 21-13. It wasn't long ago. He wasn't long gone, but halfback L.G. Dupree, who had 55 yards on 16 carries, did score a game's opening touchdown. Baylor started with a 68-yard touchdown drive, capped by a 1-yard scoring drive on fourth down by Dupree. Miami conservatively chose to punt on first down from own 6-yard line with 2:45 before halftime. Bears made Canes pay, beating the clock with a touchdown pass by quarterback Cotton Davidson, who threw for 86 yards on 6 of 11 passing, a touchdown and an interception to end Wayne Hopkins for 14-0 halftime lead. Bears' second half hibernation allowed Miami to fashion near upset. Hurricanes quarterback Don James led a 53-yard aerial touchdown drive that was concluded by his own short touchdown run. Miami sub quarterback J.B. Johnson, throwing a crowd all night, connected on a 68-yard touchdown pass to halfback Bill Smith. Hurricane center linebacker Ernest Tobey had hand in 20 tackles. Rutgers beat Virginia Tech 20-13. Early in their season opener, Scarlet Knights were denied 58-yard touchdown pass to quarterback John Fennell because officials blew whistle on great fake plunge by halfback Joe Triggs. Virginia Tech took advantage by going right to end zone. Gobblers launched 80-yard march, capped by halfback Bobby Scruggs. 2-yard zip around end. Tech protected 7-0 lead by twice, stopping Rutgers' advances inside 10-yard line. Now the Gobblers jumped to 13-0 edge in third quarter when quarterback Jack Williams sneaked near midfield and found himself all alone for a 52-yard run to end zone. Rutgers answered right away. His halfback Ron Mastrolio carried 3 defenders across goal line on a 5-yard touchdown run. The Knights launched game-breaking 91-yard drive that carried into fourth quarter as halfback Steve Johnson caught 25-yard pass and ran 14 yards to lead Rutgers to the 1-yard line. Fennell sneaked over, and fullback kicker Don Duncan gave Queensmen 14-13 lead with his truly kicked extra point. Bad snap on fourth down set Rutgers up at Gobblers' 17-yard line gains last minute, and fullback Angelo Iannucci plunged for touchdowns from inches away. Pennsylvania beat Penn State 13-7. Nittany Lions failed to beat in-state rival Quakers for the first time since 1938 tie. Before 51,000 fans, Penn State struck first, traveling 92 yards in 17 plays in the first quarter. At the Pennsylvania halfback Walt Hynowski labeled quick kick for Penn State 8-yard line. After sophomore halfback Lenny Moore, who had 55 yards on 19 carries, gained 18 yards on 3 tries for 5 first downs on drive, Lions quarterback Tony Rados, who threw for 156 yards on an interception, 10 for 28, found end Jim Garrity flat for a short catch, and Garrity zipped into end zone for a 30-yard touchdown. Quakers in Jim Castle's downfield block sprung halfback Gary Scott for a 14-yard touchdown after catch from Hynowski in second quarter to tie it 7-7. Penn defensive line, sparked by guard Jack Cannon, created fourth quarter break with forced fumble by Moore, recovered by tackle Carl Sanmarco at Penn State 43-yard line. Hynowski 25-yard touchdown pass to Scott won it for Quakers with 10:25 to play, but Penn had to withstand a 54-yard drive that expired with clock on Pennsylvania 38-yard line. The Pennsylvania 38-yard line. Penn had to withstand 54-yard drive that expired with clock at Pennsylvania 38-yard line. Meanwhile, Pittsburgh and Oklahoma ended in a tie, 7-7. Homestanding Panthers brought about upset deadlock by owning disparity in stats. They outgained Oklahoma 277 yards to 170 yards. Sooners tried only 5 passes all day, but surprised Pitt with quarterback Buddy Leak's 80-yard touchdown aerial to halfback Larry Grigg in second quarter. Sooners made no first downs in second half, as Panthers defense, anchored by Dick Diedrich, overcame lost fumble at own 7-yard line shortly after halftime. Taking off from own 23-yard line in third quarter, Pitt drove all the way downfield to first down at Sooners' 1-yard line, but 4 plunges were stonewalled as fourth quarter opened. Oklahoma punted out to its 48-yard line, and Panthers surged to touchdown sneak by quarterback Pete Neff, but not before Sooners' front stopped 3 runs inside on 4-yard line. Pitt guard kicker Paul Blander kicked time point with plenty of time remaining that neither team could use to its advantage. A shutout was performed by Maryland over Clemson 20-0 as Maryland jumped to a 7-0 lead on quarterback Bernie Faloni's 88-yard touchdown return of opening kickoff. Terrapins proceeded to bobble ball on next 5 possessions, while Clemson howled about 3 interference penalty down calls. The Terps halfback Dick Nolan, future NFL defensive back and head coach, iced it in the second half with a pair of great plays. 64-yard touchdown catch from Faloni and 90-yard punt touchdown return behind Hughes' block of guard Dick Shirley. And consistent Tigers managed to gain 192 yards total offense, but their weak passing offense managed only 2 of 14 for 21 yards. Kentucky beat Florida 26-13. Sky-high Kentucky scored in each quarter as it etched long touchdown drives of 92, 84, 60, and 90 yards. Wildcats used 2 quarterbacks, first-time sophomore starter Bob Hardy and senior Herb Hunt, and each threw a pair of touchdown passes. In the first half, Hardy connected with fullback Ralph Piolone for 20 yards and halfback Steve Mellinger for 60 yards. In the second half, Hunt hurled 23 yards to end Larry Dude Hennessy, 10 yards to halfback Dick Mitchell. Kentucky passed 13 out of 16 for 196 yards, outgaining Florida 399 yards to 184 yards in total offense. Florida had taken 7-6 lead on first quarter's last play, moving 63 yards to fullback Bill Daring's 3-yard touchdown run through left tackle and quarterback kicker Harry Spears' conversion. Mellinger made brilliant tackle-shedding run with Hardy's medium-length pass for score that provided 13-7 halftime edge. Now Florida briefly tied it 13-13 midway in third quarter after quarterback punter Dick Allen's accurate punt pinned Cats at their 5-yard line. And fullback Joe Brodsky ran 3 times to set up Spears' 22-yard pass to halfback Tommy Haddock, who weaved and dived for a touchdown. Shutout was performed by Auburn 13-0. Former Patsy Auburn, which entered 1953 season with a 16-48-4 record since the end of World War II, ruthlessly stopped number 15 Rebels' 13-game SEC win streak. Stocking scoreboard in Tigers' favor with 2 touchdown runs by quarterback Bobby Freeman on 1-yard sneak in second quarter, and halfback Fob James, who had 62 yards rushing and 11 carries on 8-yard pitch-out sweep of in third quarter. Both scores were members of Tigers' sophomore studded backup unit known as Y-Team. Mississippi gained only 103 yards and failed to dent Auburn to territory until third quarter. Halfback defensive back Jimmy Patton was central figure for the Rebels. Patton stopped the first quarter advance with end-zone interception, caught 49-yard pass from quarterback Leah Pasley in closing seconds of second quarter, only to be hauled down at 10-yard line by the last tackler. Defensive back James. Auburn kept its shutout intact, brilliant goal line stand in the last 4 minutes of game. The Tigers' defense sparkled as defensive end Vince Nardone made 9 tackles. Ole Miss ran for only 32 yards and Matt passed 4 for 12 for 71 yards, and Rebels' flashy sophomore fullback Bobby McCool was limited to 7 carries for 17 yards rushing. So in many ways, Auburn would never look back, becoming a consistent SEC force under Coach Shug Jordan through the mid-1970s and most years beyond. Duke beat Tennessee 21-7, as the Volunteers had Duke on its heels in its first quarter without landing a knockout punch. Late in opening quarter, Tennessee tailback punter Jimmy Wade told punt out of bounds at Devil's 8-yard line. Duke halfbacks Dale Boyd and Lloyd Cardle, who had 89 yards and 13 carries, contributed 25 and 42-yard sprints to 92-yard touchdown drive, which was kept alive by a roughing penalty on Volunteers. A reverse fourth down pass and completion gave Devils first down at 2-yard line as second quarter opened. Halfback Red Smith quickly scored for 7-0 lead, and Duke added 2 lightning strikes on halfback Bob Pascal's 1-yard touchdown run and Cardle's 41-yard touchdown reception from quarterback Jerry Barger. Behind 21-0, Tennessee got its only share on a ensuing drive that culminated with 1:27 left in half. Wingback Jerry Hyde's catch, Wade's pass was featured and marks that tailback Wade, who had 60 yards and 23 carries, ended with 4-yard touchdown loop of left end. Volunteers threatened twice in fourth quarter at 5 and 1-yard lines, but were turned back by resolute Duke tackling led by guard Bobby Burrows and tackle end Country Meadows. Georgia Tech beat Southern Methodist in a baseball score 6-4. Georgia Tech end Dave Davis found himself smack in the middle of our game after scoreless first half in which both defenses sparkled. Southern Methodist tackle Jack Gumlock blocked Davis's third quarter punt from end zone for 2-0 lead for Mustangs. Defensive end Davis dropped off line to make a spectacular interception of Mustangs. Quarterback Dwayne Nutt at SMU 25-yard line set up 3-play drive to a touchdown sneaked by quarterback Pepper Rogers. Georgia Tech's only score for 6-2 lead after SMU halfback punter Jerry Norton booted Engineers to the 9-yard line in fourth quarter. Punter Davis dropped punt snap that turned into fumble recovery by SMU center Bill Fox 1 foot short of Tech goal line. But Georgia Tech's tough defense, led by tackle Roger Fry, center linebacker Larry Morris, and guard linebacker Franklin Brooks, held on 5 battering ram tries, including penalty by SMU. Pressed against his own goal line, Rogers next conceded game's second safety to Mustangs, but Yellow Jackets punted out safely. SMU rushed for only 33 yards as Georgia Tech linebacker Brooks made 18 stops, but Jackets only netted 33 yards on ground themselves and made astonishingly needed 3 first downs. Now, continue on. This is what I'm doing part 3 of the week that was college football history in review. I'm talking about the games that were played on week 3 for October 3rd, 1953. Florida State shut out Louisville 59-0 as the Cardinals' 2-touchdown favorite was stunned by brash young Seminoles. Freshman Florida State halfback Bobby Favish scored 3 touchdowns. Halfback Stan DuBose added 2 touchdown runs, and freshman sub quarterback Lee Corso was superb off the bench with his split T magic. Corso ripped off 59-yard punt touchdown return second quarter. Louisville star quarterback John Unitas, who had clicked on 16 of 22 for 198 yards and 3 touchdown passes in 1952 throughout FSU, but was woefully without help this year, was completely throttled in his aerial attempts. Unitas was held out of second half action after FSU had run to 6-touchdown edge. It was Louisville's worst defeat since Vanderbilt's 68-0 shellacking of Cardinals in 1941. Northwestern beat Army 33-20. In his biography, You Have to Pay the Price, West Point coach Earl Blake revealed that backfield assistant Vince Lombardi, future legendary coach of Green Bay Packers, laughed aloud prior to this game as he nervously pounded his team's pass defense. I was just thinking about the first time Northwestern throws a pass. All our backs will fall down. They didn't fall down, but Cadet's weak pass defense trying to learn a new system was exposed by Northwestern's quarterback Dick Thomas, who threw for 209 yards, 14 of 19, passing 2 touchdowns and an interception. Thomas frequently scanned field for former high school teammate in Joe Collier, who caught touchdown, netting long catches that set up a pair of Wildcats touchdowns. Black Knights had scored first after fullback punter Freddie Ataya gained field position with a 77-yard quick kick. Army halfback Pat Ubo passed to Northwestern goal line and fumbled. With Cadets quarterback Jerry Hagan was Johnny on the spot for touchdown reception, and 7-0 lead. Wildcats tallied 3 times in second quarter for 20-14 halftime lead. Fullback Bob Lauder banged over after Collier's 38-yard catch. Halfback Dick Rannicki raced 41 yards to score, and Thomas beat halftime clock with 7 yards touchdown arrow to end Dick Peterson. Army quarterback Pete Van pitched touchdown pass to sophomore end Don Hollander in fourth quarter. Notre Dame beat Purdue 37-7, scoring pretty well as it pleased. Notre Dame started with guard kicker Merrill Mavrays. Medium range field goal in first quarter enjoyed halfback Johnny Latner's explosive 86-yard kickoff touchdown return in second quarter, and depended on workhorse fullback Neil Warden for a pair of 11-yard runs. Irish quarterback Ralph Ulimi, who passed for 92 yards on 7-9 passing, sneaked for another score, briefly pulling within 10-7. Purdue made his score on 65 yards touchdown play in second quarter. Pass from quarterback Roy Evans to end John Kerr, but Latner followed immediately with his long kickoff return, and Irish sub halfback Dick Washington took pitch out 31-yard to tally late in second quarter. Notre Dame's 23-7 halftime edge rinsed away any comeback from Boilermakers. Kansas State shut out Nebraska 27-0. Without Big 7 conference win since 1949, Kansas State unleashed 242-yard ground attack led by halfback Verl Switzer and Corky Taylor to surprise favorite Cornhuskers. Quarterback Bob Whitehead tallied first Wildcats touchdown after second quarter. Fumble recovery at Nebraska 1-yard line. Switzer capped 80-yard drive in second quarter with 9-yard touchdown run. Whitehead fired 40-yard touchdown to end Ed Pence in fourth quarter. Huskers were held to 156 yards offense. Shutout was performed also by UCLA, beating Oregon 12-0. It took until the last 10 minutes for the number 5 UCLA to break 0-0 tie against the Oregon's fine defense, but Bruins defense gave up only 174 yards and goal line was only passively threatened. Bruins were bothered by aerial attacks of Ducks quarterback George Shaw. The deepest Oregon ever penetrated was UCLA 21-yard line in third quarter. UCLAans finally mounted 90-yard march on 18 running calls to send back Paul Cameron on 6-yard touchdown power sweep of right in fourth quarter. Blocking back linebacker Terry DeBay later turned pass against Oregon, sparing interception off of Shaw and returning it to Ducks 40-yard line. Bruins sub back Primo Villanueva soon slipped down sideline for 15-yard touchdown. Both UCLA extra points were blocked. And finally, Ohio State beat California 33-19. Barrel-chested halfback Bobby Watkins, 145 yards rushing, powered before 4 Buckeyes touchdowns in front of interested international fan Crown Prince Akihito of Japan, who was visiting Berkeley. Positive thinking Golden Bears were outgained only 366 yards to 334 yards in seesaw shootout. Quarterback of California Paul Larson, who threw for 170 yards on 13 of 25 and 2 interceptions, gained yards. Halfback Al Tally twice for Bears to earn 13-6 halftime lead, but a short punt by punter Larson early in third quarter positioned number 6 Ohio State for a 28-yard touchdown drive that tied game at 13-13. Cal's last flicker came next when Bears went 70 yards to reclaim leader at 19-13 on touchdown run by halfback Don Marks. In all, Ohio created 4 turnovers to help launch other short scoring drives of 28 and 33 yards that pressured Bears' bending defense. Fading California defense was pushed back for 83-yard touchdown drive in the fourth quarter. Now recap the scores that took place on October 3rd, 1953. On Friday, Baylor beat Miami 21-13. Rutgers beat Virginia Tech 20-13. On Saturday, Pennsylvania beat Penn State 13-7. Pittsburgh and Oklahoma resulted in a 7-7 tie. Maryland shut out Clemson 20-0. Kentucky beat Florida 26-13. Kentucky beat Florida 26-13. Auburn shut out Mississippi 13-0. Duke beat Tennessee 21-7. Baseball score: Georgia Tech beat Southern Methodist. Georgia Tech beat Southern Methodist 6-4 in the baseball score. Shutout was performed by Florida State over the Louisville Cardinals 59-0. Northwestern beat Auburn 33-20. Notre Dame beat Purdue 37-7. Shutout was performed by Kansas State over Nebraska 27-0. 12-0 was the score between UCLA and Oregon. And finally, Ohio State defeated California 33-19. So the AP poll as of October 5th had Notre Dame at number 1, Michigan State at number 2, Ohio State at number 3. Number 4 was Maryland. Number 5 was Michigan. That was the top 5. The rest of the top 10 was UCLA at number 6, Southern California at number 7, number 8 Duke, number 9 Baylor, number 10 Georgia Tech, number 11 Rice, number 12 West Virginia, number 13 Mississippi State, number 14 Louisiana State, number 15 Texas, number 16 Oklahoma, number 17 Pittsburgh, number 18 Northwestern, number 19 Holy Cross, and Mississippi Southern and Pennsylvania tied for the number 20 spot. So that concludes a look at week 3 of the 1953 season of college football. As I conclude this part 3 of the week that was college football history in review. And I hope you enjoyed everything that was talked about in terms of the recap of the week that was on October 3rd, 1953. It's going to be a long, drag-out marathon of a part series in college football history. And I hope you enjoyed it. You can subscribe, like, comment on the video that I just did. Continue to support. Definitely appreciate it. And that's basically it. So that concludes this video for today. I'll do another video tomorrow, part 4 of the week that was college football's history and review, the 1953 college football season. I'll be talking about week number 4, the games that were played for October 10th, 1953. So that concludes this video. Until then, talk to you tomorrow.